the always candid Allen Iverson shoots to the heart of the charges against Kobe Bryant.
There's no crime in the world, worse than rape or child molestation.
Move so quick, commentators lose their mind. These dudes playing D should be on the sideline. This guy's prime time with a sick crossover. Don't jump, oops, now you framed in a poster.
Before the max contract, the endorsements, or even his record-setting run at Georgetown, in the fall of 1993, Allen Iverson was just another face at the Newport News City farm. His mother, like Allen, fearing that all was lost, traveled to Georgetown University, and while fighting back tears, Allen Iverson asked Coach John Thompson for help. Amazingly, 10 years later, the kid in the orange jumpsuit is shooting jumpers in a red, white, and blue uniform for the United States. Kobe Bryant faces the specter of jail time. Allen Iverson has been there. Jeremy Schaap sits down with the answer in this week's Sunday Conversation.
Do you think Larry Brown left Philadelphia because he didn't want to coach you anymore?
I have no idea. You know, I would never want to believe something like that. And honestly, I don't think that. You know, maybe it was just the situation that he was in. Maybe the opportunity he thought was better in Detroit. You know, you have to ask Coach Brown that. But, you know, honestly, I would hope it wouldn't be me because, you know, out of all the dogs that Coach Brown had in his yard, if anybody intruded, I was going to be the one that bite instead of bark.
You've said this team was Larry Brown's team and Allen Iverson's team, the 76ers. Does that make it now simply Allen Iverson's team?
Definitely, because it's always been, you know, Larry Brown and Allen Iverson. You know, I accept the praise when we do good, and I'm able to accept the criticism when we do bad. And I always had Coach Brown to take some of that burden with me. You know, now, you know, it's just me.
Your third child was just born to your wife, and you've said, I'm ready to become a real man. What does that mean?
Everything. You know, anything that it takes for me to be sharp in my life. I don't know, you know, which direction it's going to go. I don't know if tomorrow I'll come in here with a suit on, with my hair cut and my tattoos lasered off. You know, I doubt if any of that will happen. But as far as me making better decisions and you know, cutting down on my nightlife and things like that, you know. And plus, my wife's starting to have a problem with me coming in at certain times anyway.
Allen, a year ago at this time, you were in the news because you were in trouble with the law. Two men claimed that you threatened them with a weapon, that you had chased your wife out of the house, and all of the charges were eventually dropped. But now watching what's going on with Kobe Bryant, the situation that he is in, what does it tell you about the way the media handles these situations?
Terrible. They make it a circus. And that's the same thing with Kobe Bryant. That's the thing that I'm hurting for him for the most, is because what if he didn't do these things? You know, after going through all of this, what if he didn't do these things? And then on the same hand, I'm sensitive to the alleged victim too, because she got to go through all of this. You know, I mean, people trying to get a picture of her, people harassing her family, harassing her friends, and it's not right. It turns something so serious into a circus.
If you had a chance to speak with Kobe, what would you tell him?
I'll tell him to hold his head and, you know, stay close to his family and try to be advised by the people that he know love him, and listen to the people who know that love him and care about him. You know, that's the most important thing. But, you know, I really don't know, like, you know, really what else I could say to him, because there's nothing in the world. I mean, there's no crime in the world worse than rape.
You've been through the justice system. Considering that, your thoughts about this?
I just think sometimes, you know, it's wrong because we got a bullseye on our chest. I mean, it's just scary because, I mean, anybody could just go to the police station and say, okay, this person did something to me, and then they say, okay, we believe you. All right, go get them. I mean, I don't think it's right, but I feel like in this situation, it has to be something, because you can go get Allen Iverson, because Allen Iverson had brushes with the law before. But to go get Kobe Bryant, the quote-unquote squeaky clean human being, got to be something. And it's just crazy. You know, I don't know what went on or whatever, but to go get Kobe Bryant, it got to be. And we didn't. Somebody asked me the other day, was I shocked? I mean, I wasn't shocked at all. I mean, he's a human being. You know, the media made Kobe Bryant who Kobe Bryant is. The media made him squeaky clean. You know, y'all say he's squeaky clean, but we say he's a human being. I don't know nobody squeaky clean. I've never met nobody in my life that's squeaky clean.
He's not squeaky clean?
I never met a man squeaky clean. If you curse, are you squeaky clean? I'm just asking you. All right, if you curse, are you squeaky clean?
I think you get a pass for cursing.
You get a pass for cursing? No. You get a pass for adultery?
No.
He ain't not squeaky clean then.
Now, as Allen mentioned, Kobe Bryant would have been his teammate on the U.S. national team, but Vince Carter has taken his spot.
Citizen having fun. AI is banking to spend some more time and money in the city of brotherly love.
They're still praising Larry Brown, calling him the best coach in the world, and adding that he might not have been able to get his new contract without him. Ah, yes, the new contract. A 4-year extension worth a reported $76.7 million would put you in a complimentary mood, too. The deal figures to keep the 3-time scoring champ with the Sixers through 2008-2009. Iverson will be 33 when it's all said and done, and the longest tenured Sixer in team history.
A lot of things made me want to stay in Philadelphia. I always wanted to be a Sixer. I always wanted to finish my career as a Sixer. Signing now just seemed like the right thing to do, because I just want to finish my career here. I wanted to be a Sixer. You know, I like the situation. I like the coach. I like the pickups that we made during the offseason.
Lakers in the finals for his first NBA championship.
When you won the championship, when's the first time you heard from him?
That night, and it was late.
I just told him congratulations. You know, I told him he deserved it.
I said I just wish, to be honest with you, it could have been with him.
What was that like to hear?
It was hard to hear it because I felt the same way.
Brown is the only coach to win both an NCAA and NBA title, yet still considers the gold medal he won as a player in 1964 to be the high point of his career.
Let's go. Get up, Lamar. One pass away.
I look at this as the greatest honor you could possibly have. And then I look over at Allen, and I know when he wasn't picked in 2000 how slighted he felt, how hurt he was, what an honor he feels being part of this. So that's great.
At pre-Olympic practices here in Jacksonville, Florida, Iverson finds himself in an unfamiliar role. At 29, he is the oldest player on a team where the average age is just 23. But more than age, Iverson's teammates and coaches sense a newfound maturity. A player once seen as the NBA's bad child has, by all accounts, finally grown up.
Allen made progress inch by inch. And I think he's at a point right now, after all that's happened, to really be ready to take that next step.
14 NBA veterans chose not to participate in these Olympic Games, either because of personal reasons or security concerns. Iverson says he wouldn't have missed this for anything.
It's the U.S. against the rest of the world, and it's simple as that.
It's a great experience for Allen, a great opportunity for him. And it shows you the kind of kid he is by, coming back off an injury and giving of himself to be here.
Time and distance often provide clarity to past relationships. For all they've been through, Brown and Iverson are reminded by this reunion in Jacksonville that they still share a genuine affection for one another.
It's like when you have a best friend, you argue with him, but you still love him, and you still care about him.
What would it be like to win a gold, to look over and see Coach Brown?
It'll be similar to the feeling of winning a championship with him.
I think maybe the fact that we could do it in the Olympics together be in some small part a way of thanking him.
And Allen Iverson will be in action Saturday at 1 p.m.